Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are y'all doing this morning? Good morning, Susan. Good morning, the dog. Good morning, sis. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. We on the counted list. We're in it. We are in it, part of it. How you doing today? How you doing today? But yeah, oh man, how is everybody? I'm okay today. I'm okay today. I got up this morning. Last night, I'm trying to think. It wasn't that late. I went to bed probably about 11:30. I don't know, somewhere around there. I went to bed. Um, but I woke up this morning at like 8, 7 when I woke up, and I'm like, wait, I slept past 6. Like I didn't even get up, and Nino knocked out. I said that's why, because he didn't even get up either. So I woke up at 8. So then I took me out. Then I went and got me a cup of coffee. Did my morning cup of Joe, wake and bake. You know what I mean? And I was just sitting there, and I was just thinking, about, man, like this year is going fast. Because I started thinking how we are more than halfway through with this month. So it's like, man, we're about to be in August. August is the 8th month of the year, which means there's 4 more months in 2022. Time flies. Time flies. That's why you got to take advantage of every moment because it flies by. Hey, Sarah. Hey, sis. Good afternoon. I said, hey, Sarah. Siri jumped on. What you need? Did you call me? I said, no, girl. I said, Sarah. I said, Sarah C. I said, sis. I'm going to need you to be that attentive when I'm calling you. She never does that. You ever notice that? You ever notice that when you calling her, you just about got to scream at her. But when you're not talking to Siri, there she go. She just all in the mix. Look, I just said her name. She didn't jump up. I said Sarah. She jumped up. But how is it going? And so, like I said, I got up this morning. Then after that, I renewed my room for the week, going into another week. And like I said, every time you do that, it almost puts me in a place. But I have to keep reminding myself that at least in the process, the thing that I'm not worrying about at all is that. And that doesn't mean I'll just ride that horse till the wheels fall off. No, that's not what anyone's doing. Because the same money could be somewhere else. You know what I mean? But it has to be that place. But anyway, so I said, oh no, I'm not gonna get in that kind of fun car. I went ahead, washed. Um, I went ahead and washed. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me do a live. And then I gotta make a run. So I want to come in and see how everybody's day started. Was it kind of blah? Was it kind of ugh? Was it kind of I can't stand Monday? How is it? If it was a song that could describe it, what would that song be? What would that song be? Mine would be Manic Monday. I guess it was a Manic Monday. Not my fun day. That's my song. That's describing how I feel. If I could put it into a song, I'm just gonna call it Manic Monday. You know, it don't have to have the word Monday in the title. What's the song though? Or it would be if it wasn't that, it'd be. But when my Monday's a little, I don't want to even say manicky, but when it's just a little everything, when I feel that way, it's just like everything. Whatever Monday's like that, I'm like, oh, perfect song, Manic Monday. But sometimes I feel like Monica on a day like this, like it's just one of them days when I wanna be all alone. I remember when I found out she was talking about her whole cycle. I said, wait a minute, but the song is about your monthly. About your dear Aunt Sally? Is it me or did that used to bother you when people said that? Is it your dear Aunt Sally? You say, wait, what is that supposed to mean? What was the saying? Was it your dear Aunt Sally? That, or the flow, that time of the month? And sometimes that's where I'm like, oh, some people just use this as a reason to be mean. Then I realized, wait a minute, it actually does get you. And some people aren't exaggerating about the pain. I used to think people like, how are they so lucky to be able to stay home because they got their cycle. But I realized, wait a minute. Some people are in excruciating pain as if they're giving birth. And they're just going through their cycles. Like, man, you grow up, you learn. But once again, when you always thinking against, then you are, that girl lying. She exaggerating. She, because it don't happen to me. And then I got 3 friends too, and it don't happen to them either. So that means she lying. No, not really. Not really. It doesn't mean that at all. It doesn't. Hey, sweet potato. Hey, sis. Hey, my Emma little. Hey, sis. Ooh, that's always Sarah. Isn't that a good thing? When the only frustration you got is what's on your mind and nobody else. Actually, some days it's even better when you got that on you and people always being nice. Hey, how you doing? Beautiful day outside, isn't it? Uh-huh. You be like, everybody's so nice. I can't just be mean because they ain't did nothing to me. That's how I be like, I'm gonna be mean to them. They ain't been mean to me. We can't do that. I'm not gonna be mean to the people who didn't do it. Hey, Queen up on here. Hey, sis. Hey, Queen, how you doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Oh yeah, they used to have all the much your cycle, your flow, your menstrual. It's that time of the month. And that used to make me mad because I'm like, I don't have a regular cycle like that. Something wrong with me. Everybody else got a time of the month. I could go months and not have a cycle. And then I realized, I used to think when that was going on, I was alone. No other woman understood this. And there were many. There were many. And lots of things that we were, you didn't talk to people about. And that actually separated us more as women. Trust me, I don't want to be sitting here talking about your monthly. And I'm in a happy league because I haven't had to deal with that. But it is something that we should be able to talk about, especially for like these younger girls. It's more than just using feminine products at that time of the month. It's conversations. And and you need to know because you may learn that some of them are irregular. Things are going on. That's how you can get on top of them. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But it's part of the sisterhood of the traveling pants that we must protect. And Bradley embark like, are people happy? And they're walking down the hall. Let me park out. But we had fun out earlier, and it was right before it got too hot. No, thank you, son. No, thank you, son. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's a good boy. No, thank you. That's a good boy. He's a good boy. No, I thought you was going night night. No, let them talk. I thought you was going night night. Don't you see I'm lying? I'm lying. It was night night. They want to Sit. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. They're not bothering you, but you bother me. Because I was booked. I was busy. I was booked. I was busy. And I was just telling them, I'm so proud of you But you gonna yarn while I'm talking? You gonna just straight up yarn in my face? You gonna yarn at me? Well, be nice. Be nice. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. It's always something. Always something. It's like people wait. They be like, hold on, did she start recording? Okay, hold on. Let me dance. Let me dance. And he be like, hold on and let me bark. And let me bark. I told you I don't trust them with them balls, girls. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. He on something sneaky. He on something. He was over there getting some good sleep. I mean, he was getting some good sleep, y'all. Oh, you just 40-year friend. Oh, your sister. That's a sisterhood. That's a sister. Um, what what is that snorkeling you over there doing? I mean, trying to be cheap. Yeah, I haven't. I know at one point, Quinn Harry, you were going live. It seemed like every morning. Something. You okay? You just snorkeling? Because you definitely got my attention. No, you gotta check on the baby. You got to. You got to. Gotta look after them. But yeah, so what is everybody's plans for today? You're at work. Are you working from home? Are you off? You got plans with the grandbabies, with the kids, lounging around? What do you have plans to do today? What are you doing? What are you getting into this Monday? I want to try this week. Every week, I try my best. One, some of this stuff gonna sound silly, but I try my best to use a different word, adding something else to my vocabulary. I try that every week. I haven't done that for a long time. Because especially when and this is to anyone who's ever had learning curves, whatever they were, in your learning curves and the way that you retain information and everything else, you had to find a way to beat the system. Meaning, if I could not focus, so I would always have to read with a bookmark because if I didn't, I would wonder and I would miss lines. So somehow I could try to be reading in order. If I didn't read it out loud, if I didn't, I would miss lines, and so it didn't make sense. And then when you when you put like having attention disorders and everything like that, if I couldn't get my attention, I really wasn't in focus and I couldn't pay attention. So how I had to learn was I had to listen to things on Walkman, listen to things on radio, watch the Senate, watch the House of Representatives. And I'm not watching per se what each different news channel is saying, but I am watching directly what they are talking about here. I'm watching it. I'm watching the vote. I'm watching who represents, who speaks. I'm watching that. I started paying more attention. Then, when I would watch the news, I was able to dissect what their objective was when they were speaking. You know what I mean? I was able to watch them all and break that down. And so I just learned different. I just did things totally different. And so, like I said, so that's something I have to say that too. I would never make fun of the way people learn because one of the worst things I think anyone ever did to me that stopped me from caring about getting an education at one point was make fun of the way I learned, pick on the way I learned. So when that's why I said one day, please, the word stupid, teachers called people that, didn't they just call me that? They called them dumb. That terrible word, retarded. My auntie they would say that that's what she was. From the time I was young, I mean, they'd say it on the news, mentally retarded. I mean, they just threw around words and didn't realize how they were affecting people. I don't want you to see me like that. So I'm gonna be the opposite of whatever you said I was gonna be. The only thing I could not get good was left hand cursive writing because I already write at an angle and with my paper sideways. So I never could get like, oh, my siblings, my mom, oh, they write so neat in their cursive writing. I mean, do kids even write in cursive anymore besides their name? If they even sign their name like a signature, I don't even know no more. But seems like they stopped that a while ago. But yeah, cursive writing, I could never get that great. But anything else, I found a way to learn it. I found a way to um, just to do it. To do it. I'm sorry, I got lost because I thought about all the people that are in school and even now. And instead of people noticing that maybe they learn a little bit different, maybe they pick up a little different, they cast them out. They shut them out. They push them to the side. Even sometimes as parents, when you're with the kids and you thinking, how couldn't you get this? Maybe they can't get it like that. One day my granddaddy told me, truthfully, to look at math as money, subtracting it, you know what I mean, making it, using it, spending what things cost, adding it together. Just think of it always like that. And it changed the game for me in numbers and how I looked at them. It just, so you just have to know, like everybody one learns different. And you have to sometimes with some people give them what they could relate to see this or what they like, what they're interested in. But I don't know why that came to me, but just the thought, and I said, let me say something. Some of us do have people just don't realize what they. Audio learning, yeah. There's so many ways that people can learn. There are so many different learning styles too. That's right. They do that at a different pace. We were in first grade, and my sister was like, "I can spell supercalifragilistic." I ain't joking, y'all. I said, "Say what?" I can barely say the song. I can barely say the song. So I used to say ST words, and I talk fast sometimes, and so my words don't come out clear, and so they would come out and sound like "duh," you know. Um, and when so certain words to this day, right now, if I even think of how to try to say them, they're gonna get me so tongue tied. They're gonna get me stuck. And it was never even nobody making fun of me for it. It was them making fun of other people. They made me be like, I would never want nobody to make fun of me about that. So, if a teacher tried to call you out to read out loud, I'm gonna do some silly stuff. I'm gonna act a fool. And it wasn't because I couldn't read. It's because that then the fear of reading and you might skip a line. People like, where'd you go? Where'd you jump off to? What? What? So it just made me just, oh, I can't wait to get out of school. I was in like fifth grade. I was thinking, oh, I can't wait to get out of school, y'all. Oh, when the school end? Who said 12? But then I knew, like, I want to be a lawyer. And I'm like, oh, shoot, that take even more school? I'm like, maybe you just got to get past this thing they call grammar school and then junior high and stuff, you know? you know? No, you just got to get better educators. Just because you go get a degree in it don't mean you should be doing it. And that's just a fact because you have a big power. And I agree that most educators are not paid enough. But I also believe that even in that, what you have got is people who forgot what they really came to do it. And if you came to do it the right way, they really couldn't pay you in your worth. They wouldn't have enough money. The whole state would go bankrupt. Because you have a power to uplift, to destroy. It could go several ways. And some kids won't have the fighting tool to say, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna learn. You're not gonna show me. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna take advantage of what my mama and them doing. You know what I mean. I'm gonna learn. You're not gonna have that. You're gonna have people that give up completely. And don't let them run into somebody like you, worse than you. Oh, then they really gave up. Because they're going to say, oh, it's more than one. Or they're going to think something wrong with them. I used to write poetry, I'm telling you. And somebody told me I was too dark. It was too sad. People don't want to hear your sad story. And I gave up on something I believed in. Something that freed me. You know what I mean? That freed me. So that's why, like I said, when I just think of the impact of life and words, I'm like, I'm just going to try to pick mine better. I can't make nobody else pick theirs better. You choose to do what you know what I mean? And I'll understand sometimes why you're doing it, but I just got to choose mine different. I got to choose mine different. I got to choose my path different. What you saying, Queen out here? Mm-hmm. You do. You have to be the advocate. You have to. You have to. Yes, I have an IEP. Yep. 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 But that's good, Queen of O'Hare. That's definitely a good thing. Susan or Emma, could you drop Queen of O'Hare's channel, please? In the chat. That's right. Yes, teaching. I mean, when I was young, you come from generations that were, because see, and I hate to say this, but when I was younger, it seemed like your grandparents and stuff were older, even though most times your grandparents had their children young. So sometimes that's where you get that cycle of it's generations of people having kids young. For some reason, it just seemed older. So they came from a place where their grandparents came from a place where in my home, where they came from a place where people might not be able to read, they weren't able to be taught, whatever. So they was always teaching. You walk in people's homes and everything had a word on it, just like the color bird when they was teaching. Just the word was on it. You use a word. Remember earlier in this when I told you that I use a different word? That's what led me to this whole conversation every week. It was my mom. It was my mom. In the challenging things and the systems you find in the school system and like I said, everything else, she was determined. Like I said, she is my hero. She is one to be a fraction of who she is. I think I won just to be a fraction because she's an original. She's a Mona Lisa to me. You know what I mean? She's a Mona Lisa, and that's not coming from perfection. That's actually coming from whatever you call a bottom and rising to the top, to your full potential, living in your dreams, living in your love, being a queen and showing the throne. Showing the throne. But my mother used to tell me a word a week. She'd use it. So the one I can remember the most was she said something, and she said, "That is ludicrous." I said, "What?" And she said, like, "That's crazy. I can't believe that. Is unbelievable. That's another way of saying that." So then she told me that's what it was. Then she told me to look up the word and write the definition a few times, but then use it. Use it. When you understand what it means and how to use it and in its context, use it. And I started doing that more and more. So now what I did was when somebody would say a word to me and I was like, wait, what you mean? And they tell me what it meant. Then I would go and find out exactly what it meant. Like, not just how to use it or what they meant by it or what it could be used as. I do that and then I use that word. And sometimes it's funny because you're going to have some words like tomfoolery. And you be waiting like double dutch for a time to use it. Here we go. Here we go. But that's what I started doing. And it enhanced the vocabulary where most of my devices kept me from wanting to just sit there and read or to be able to hold the attention, because now it starts messing with my anxiety that my eyes are going to wander that. And now to know things like there was a whole illness in both my eyes, just one was worse my whole life. And that's probably what helped make it even worse to focus. So you never know. You never know. You never know. But how I got into that long ramble about education and learning and knowing that beating down someone for something, definitely. I'm not talking about No, I'm not even gonna name them, but just beating down on one thing. You never know who you're affecting when you say it. Because when it comes to learning curves, you'd be surprised how many people have them. And some of them have made it to very high positions because they continue to go. They continue to educate. It was a fight. It was a fight. And that's one of the glories of an IEP that most people must know. It can really cover your ass from this messed up educational system that is ready to throw you away. I'm sorry, I don't want to say, but if you've ever dealt with anyone with an IEP, you watch, and just being someone with one, you watch how it sound like we there, but really we're just there for whatever they collect off of me and this IEP and everything else, because these resources aren't working for me. They're just not. How in my individual educational plan is it not working? And the only thing I'm getting with this IEP is new labels. But I'm going to always stay rooting for the educational system. Rooting for it to understand like what we'd be without it and its importance and its parts it's going to play to the future. Period. All right, the dog. Have a good one. Oh, you up and out going to the store. Hey, I love to hear that. That's some good news. I like to hear that. Hey, Lucinda, hey sis. How you doing? How's your Monday going? Oh, Marianne, we love you. We love you. And we are praying for you. We are praying for you. Hey, Diane, sis, tell her we praying for her. We love her. We sending good vibes. Hold on, I'm dropping words and prayers in here right now. We are sending them, and we love you, sis, for real. And thanks for typing for her. And that's, it's examples like that when you think of sisterhood, it comes from the bond that started with sisters. And let me tell you something, I am a sibling, and I know all siblings gonna have moments. My kid's going through something right now. It's gonna happen. But when you're saying what I'm building the definition off of, it's that sibling, it's that sisterhood that is I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. If the world, because it's gonna give it, gonna dish out pain, I'll be the last one to dish it to her. I'll be the last one to be the one to give her some pain. I'll be the one that'll write for her when she can't. I'll be the one that'll spoon that food in your mouth when you can't use your hands. I'll be the one to push you all around town just so we can go out and laugh. I'll be the one to talk to you till we both fall asleep. I'll be the one to wake up out my sleep to talk to you. I'll be the one that every time your name come across my mind, I'm sending nothing but good vibes and love to you. I'll be the one to listen to you vent, thinking, girl, you ain't finna do nothing there, but I know you just gotta get it off your chest. And then I won't hold it against you. I'll be the one that when our friendship ends that part of the cycle, I still wouldn't tell your secrets. That's a sisterhood. That's a sisterhood. That's a sisterhood. That's a sister. And it's shit. I'm telling you. It almost sounds like we're going to Oz. You know, we're going to see the Wizard of Oz and we're going to make some good wishes. But we're not going for a brain and a heart. We're going for, the ability to trust my sisters. We're going in the ability not to cut up like I used to, but comfort myself so I could be a little bit better so that I can start giving it out and getting it back. We going to ask you for some different shit. We're like, hey, I need, in this sisterhood, I want to know how to not be ready to pull a wig off. I want to be able to, you know what I mean? Not want to chin check this heifer and head butter at the same doggone time now. I want to be able to. And I want to be able to walk away and literally walk away. Not hold on to it, not have to bring up your name every time somebody say something with the first letter from your name in it. I just got to talk about you, not be, not holding, no, not looking you up and down every time we walk in the room. I can walk away. I can walk away. No regrets. No regrets. Hey, Sophie. Hey, sis. Hey, Tina. Hey, sis. When my sis all in the building. When the queen's all in the building. I love that. I love that. Like I said, some of the shit. I'm one of them. Some of the queens. Like I said, the crown is on the knee. It's on the ground. It's at the cleaners. But I know I am woman. Hear me roar. I know I'm amongst fighters and queens, soldiers, people who didn't quit. People who came this close. I know I came this. I came so close. You might as well say I was there. I was right there. I mean, I was like, if they talking about standing on the line, dangling over the edge, shit, I was down. I was down. I was down. And even when I was so-called first getting it together, I'd say things like, and nobody was there for me. Shit, it was your sisters. It was the love that kept you from going over the edge. It was the part in you that said, I got to show. Yeah. See, this when usually most of us women will do this. Like, people got to show you at their wedding how happy they are. You getting married. If you getting married, that tells me you happy. That tells me you happy. Y'all could come out in Reynolds wrap. For real, y'all come out in Reynolds wrap. Have your dog be the ring bearer. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they did it just how they wanted to. Hold on. Shalom. Hey, I had to answer Sorry, that was one of my besties right there. Hey. What was I just saying, y'all? Yeah. Oh yeah, like I said, I could be at your wedding, and if you was in Reynolds Rap, I'd be like, oh my God, they doing it the way they want to. Oh my God, they love each other so much that they come in that Reynolds Rap together. That's what I'd be thinking. So you don't got to get all fancy. That's how most of us are show and prove. Like, I'm going to show all the people who were so-called ugly ducklings in school. They want to show everybody they so beautiful. I see you. You think all them haters that you talk about how ugly was? First of all, let me tell you something. To all the young people right now that somebody calling ugly, you know what they doing? They really see how beautiful you can be. They see how powerful you're gonna be. They see how people gonna love you. They see how people gonna listen to you. They see how people gonna admire you, and they gonna tear you down so that you don't have that. So trust me, looking for a flaw. Oh, you in high school now? Oh, your nose is so big. Sometimes adults, your nose is big. Your lips are big. Your eyes are crossed. Your head is big. Your head is small. Your hair is thin. Your hair's too thick. She ain't got no edges. She could have whole alopecia. She could, you know what I'm saying? She could have been in a fire, and I don't know, but it could be some serious shit. Or it could be she just never knew how to manage her hair. So she allowed it to be pulled and stuff till it was pulling it out. She could have lost it during chemotherapy and it never grew back in place. You don't know. You don't know. But to me, if you're not coming with a solution for a chick, then just down and her telling me, what is you jealous of? Just like I never can be like, oh, I'm jealous of the friendship. I've said this before that somebody had with somebody else. Because that's their relationship. That's theirs. And I want it to be unique. I want it to be uniquely theirs. Tailor made for them. And the only things I'll care about is if you're trying to hurt my friend. If you're using my friend. You know what I mean? Then I'm going to care. And I ain't going to say if I had nobody back, I'm going to say it right there. Like, oh, no, I do not trust Danny. And I don't. Not because what she did to somebody else. What she's doing to you. Because maybe you don't see it. And you may tell me you see it. And you just don't care. Then I know, at least I know, whew, I ain't want you out there looking like Booney the Fool. But let's keep it moving. Once again, y'all relationship going to be tailor-made to y'all. That's why it's always the friends about you doing too much, woman, and you need this done because they do. But that's y'all shit. That's y'all shit. That's y'all shit. And Danny's staying out. One child on here saying, what classes? Look, what class? Hey, Wind Whispers. I can see it come in. Hey there. Well, I just see you on there. Hey, sis. Hey again, Martina. Oh, see, sibling rivalry is no joke. I always ask people, have you been a sibling? And I mean, sometimes people give you the most fairy tale, like, oh, it was us and never once argued, never had anything against each other. Please. Police. Never. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's awesome. Then something will happen. It's like all these. You be like, wait, when? Wait, what happened? What? Since you was 6? We 42. You said that because it's just. Think about it. Your siblings, they know everything about you. They know when you stop peeing on yourself. They know you stop getting weapons. Whatever it is, they know everything about you. They know when you was doing wrong and they was eavesdropping. You was getting in trouble and they heard mom and dad talking about it. Mom and auntie, mom and cousin Joe, mom and grandma talking about it. They heard it. Y'all got older and it was stuff mama didn't know nothing about because y'all worked together with it. Y'all covered each other's ass on shit. So now y'all got that secret stuff. You got that feeling where some siblings think, oh, they liked you more, they paid more, so then you had that kind of rivalry going on. But you love them. You love them. You gotta love them. You gotta love people. See, that's the thing about love. It don't have shit to do with I agree with everything you do. Real love. The love everybody's searching for. The love everybody wants. Like I said, but you know them siblings. It happens. It happens. Then sometimes people, are mad because one made it, and sometimes some they not even mad they made it. They mad that sometimes they seem like they hold it over them like they better. Because once again, your sibling is a human. It's humans. And sometimes we just hold in things. You don't have to go off about it. Because I used to always think you got to go off. Because somebody hurt you, somebody made you mad, you got to go off. But in reality, what you got to learn how to do is be able to communicate it. Hey, this bothered me. This made me feel this way. This made me angry, and that's kind of why the other day when we was talking, I was going, I was a little short. You know what I mean? But if you could communicate it, it'll stop you from having that. When you're able to say it, sometimes people can't receive it. But you did your part. When you're able to say, you know what? Honestly, when you do whatever it is, it bothers me. It bothers me. And normally I just shut down and wouldn't talk to you for a few weeks. But I just want to tell you, like, that kind of bothers me. And I'm sure I do things that bother you. And let me know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, they might want to learn. You say, you do this, and when you chew, you be like, dang. When you breathe, you be like, oh, hey, shoot. Maybe I shouldn't ask you to tell me what I do. You ever told somebody they're doing something, they got a laundry list on you? You'd be like, yeah, talking to your boyfriend. Yeah, when you don't answer your phone, that bothers me, because it's like you just text me and then I called you and you didn't answer your phone. Oh, well, it bothered me when you make the food, but then you leave it out, and you be like, hey, we go to all this list. You say, wait a minute, where did this come from? Was you waiting for me to say something about you? So you tell me all about myself? He said, girl, let me tell you all about yourself real quick. Friends will do it too. Well, people who don't know how to communicate on the phone. Yeah, they'll get you. Set you up. You ain't going to set you up. Yeah. That's not what I'm on. Like I said, I can come in the room and somebody cannot like somebody, that's fine. But if the thing is, if that's not the conversation I want to have, that's not what I'm going to have. Know your audience. Just know your audience. I'm not sitting here being nice to anybody come up in here and sitting somewhere else having a shit party on. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm not. Because if I want to have a shit party, be right here. That's why I be having a party. But I'm not. I'm not. Not because I'm above something or people who do it are under me. Not because I'm better than. Nothing. None of that. It's just because I don't see the purpose. I just see where it's going to bring more of a divide. It's bad enough as a woman. Usually you have to put up with whatever the worst stereotypes they got on women. Not even the good ones, the worst ones. That's why some women get into, you're a hoe. Dang, I gotta be a hoe. I didn't did not hoe. Who you know I slept with? You stink. Oh, I stink. We don't even know each other. Never even met you. You know what I mean? What else I gotta be? Nobody wants you. You feel like you deserve to be. You be like, what in the, why are these the tactics you fighting me with? Why? You're fat. What? Why are these the tactics that we come into? Because if you have something against me, you should have better material to come at me with than that. That's why I say as a woman, if everything you tell me about why you don't like somebody else is what they did to everybody else, then I wonder if you really don't like them or you just going with the room. Like, oh, you know what all these people said. And listen, they did this, and listen, they did this, and listen, they did this, what they do to you. Well, they know better than to do something to me. Then that's good. Then you in the right place you need to be. Because it sounds like they doing everybody dirty but you. So you sound like you winning, but you sitting here telling me all the stories. Those are people that you know if you say, I could care less what they doing because I'm not thinking about them that. They kind of think, oh, look at you, you riding the fence. What fence am I riding that I don't care? That's the fence I'm riding. I'm riding the fence of I don't give a damn. Matter of fact, this ain't even a fence. It's a horse. It's a horse. It ain't no other side to this one. Because see, when you ride the fence, it's either I care or I don't. When I say I don't care, I'm riding a horse. That means I'm on one side already. I don't care. I don't care. It won't make me. It won't break me. It won't soothe me. It won't move me. It just, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, but you know, this YouTube, we got to jump in the Twilight Zone sometimes. And when we get in the Twilight Zone, you have your favorite creators. And that's to whoever your favorite creator. They could be in any sector. I am not subliminally talking to one person. But you'll have your favorite creators, and they'll come on saying two different things. Two different things. I can't stand Danny because she always trying to find the good side about everything, and she think everything perfect, and I can't stand her. I'm not saying this ever happened. I'm just giving me as an example because I don't want anybody to think that I'm talking about somebody in particular. You already know I'd name them if I was. Because that would cut the middleman out of trying to figure it out. But I'm not. But they'll say, yo, I don't. Then the same person will say, what I love about Danny is she's always looking at that positive way to do something. Make up your mind. Make up your mind which stance we on. Now, they riding fences. Like I said, when I don't care, I'm riding a horse all up through it. All through, I don't care land. And I don't care land is about, I don't know, I think they say it's about 100,000 acres of open land to not give a fuck in. I'm telling y'all, if you ain't been, go. If you ain't been, go. Bring a camping bag, stay the night. It's a nice place to take your whole family. Because sometimes you got to tell your kids that, so I just don't care. But it's a nice place. You should check it out. You should check it out. I roam through it daily. I'm there daily. I am there daily. So on a day you might not catch me on here, I'm definitely trolloping through there all day. I probably went camping. You might catch me next to a fire with a guitar singing. I mean, singing happy songs. That's what I'm telling you. I don't know what y'all talking about. It does. It does. And then people justify it. People justify it. I'd rather come on here and just moon the camera. Moon the camera. Yeah, just mooning the camera. That's what people really doing. They mooning the camera with a dirty ass. And say, wait, are they mooning me and they didn't wipe their ass? How disrespectful. And don't get me wrong, they probably had numbers all night because people gonna keep sending people. I'm telling you, go over there right now, they mooning with a dirty ass, take screenshots. Next day, it's viral. The moon gone viral. I guess that, I guess that make you popular. I guess. But what's your niche? What is it you stand for? And most people be surprised what people's answer be. And they go, that ain't me. How you gonna say I'm in all the bullshit? Because I've been in all the bullshit. How many times you gotta be in the equation to know you part of the bullshit? I mean, like, is there an infinity button on that chat? Like, to infinity. But that won't make you messy. But people who never did nothing, they'll be messy because they said, I'm just at this point where I'm like, I don't care about any of them. They be, oh yeah, they all in it. Remember, I told you hear phrases like this on YouTube. I seen you over there. I wanted to be seen. That's why I was in the chat. Right now, I'm sure it's people watching that we don't see them in the chat. Does that mean they not here? They was there too. And all of them ain't just the nosy mofo that wanted to see who was in the chat. You gotta know anything is gonna be built off love or hate. It's gonna be people who watch your video, just talk about, and I'm not even talking about your video on YouTube. I'm talking about your video like you an artist. They'll watch your video just to say it's up. Look at all them ugly women in their video. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. You're like, why are you watching the video now? Why is it that it's so bad you watching it? It's so bad it's good. So I mean, wherever it's anything, it's gonna be haters. Haters are motivators. And haters win when you end up losing it. Like I'm talking about losing your shit, losing your channel, losing your mind, losing your freedom, losing your income. Form, when you do that, you gave the haters the victory. They won. And they having a hater party. Oh, they having a hater party. They are kicking the bobo. Oh, they kicking it. They kicking it. But don't worry, because in hater fashion, they gonna all get together and then turn on one of the people in the room. It's like you doing yeah, that's how it is. Remember when you was a kid, you'd be like, it's like they slowed it down. Wait, how you going backwards? How you put rotation in? You supposed to go this way. How you switch crisscross it? Because they wanted to get you in. Say, wait, they done added lines to it. Donald Duck built a house. No, Mickey Mouse built a house. Donald Duck blew it up. Say, wait, you added some lines. Now, who will pay the consequences? Nobody else did that but me. Nobody did that when y'all was playing it. Y'all had to get all the people out. Y'all didn't do the songs. I was just in the hood I was in, something in my neck of the woods. Don't y'all have me feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone in my real life. Wait, what's not clean? Did I drop that for? I might have. Wait, what happened? Hold on, while I'm putting it on myself. Wait, what happened? Right. I'll tell you, your mama be viral. But say, it's a kingdom, so you got to either be in the throne or you in the thorns, because we got roses all out of there. They coming off the kingdom. I'm talking about this rose thorns everywhere. We ain't even got grass out there. We got sand. It's sand, because then outside that is covered by water. You know what I mean? So trust me, if you're at the kingdom, come on in. Come on in. They got an open door policy, which means the doors are always open. But because they always open, they are surefire ready. They kick you right back out. But see, in the kingdom, they put y'all nice. All right, it's just time for you to go. Get on out. Here's your silent prayer. See, that's how you put the block button on silent. They just disappear. Okay. No problem, no problem. You know, we're just chilling and talking, hanging out. What did I do with my car, y'all? Hmm. I have no idea. I must have left them in the bathroom. I always think they're on my head. Always. I always do. That means Susan missed the whole day mooning with a dirty butt. Say this would be good advertisement for Charmin. And that's what you'll look up. Same person that was mooning with a dirty butt. Next have a sponsorship by Charmin. You'll say, wait a minute. So they showed they dusty ass and dirty ass on TV, on the internet. And it still wouldn't make me do it. Just like no matter how deep the fight, no matter how deep the video or real the video is, or somebody deceased, I'm never posting it. I'm never sharing it. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm not. I'll share their name first. I really will. I will. Hey, Maria. Hey, sis. Happy Monday. Yeah, some things I won't show. I remember when I first came on 2016 on Facebook, you know, people would hit me in different organizations, different groups, and they would send me pictures of young men deceased. And I shut that down immediately. Like, you can tell me the story because my mind can picture. It's pretty vivid, it'll picture. But we don't, this is not, no, this is not, this is not the impact or the image I want to see. I'm not one for seeing fights, but I will watch a video where somebody go to bully somebody and that bully beats their ass. I will watch that on repeat. I'd like, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. I view that 8 billion times. I will. I will. But like I said, all that just because somebody fighting, I'm watching you knock somebody a cold unconscious, break somebody's jaw. Nope. Not sharing that. I'm not part of that. Any form of sexual. Oh, no. Nope. Nope. And I made that clear. Oh, nah. I don't care if it's the trending video that everybody's sharing. Don't bring that to me. I don't even want it in my spirit. I don't. I don't. Because when I'm watching, I'm just gonna think, what was their last thoughts? Were they so scared while this was going on? I don't want to watch that. I don't want. Ugh. But you'll be surprised because when I first came on there, people would do it. People would tag me and pose. I mean, you all, you better. First of all, real bosses ain't doing all this. Let me tell you something. There's gonna be some things I do that are spectacular. And I probably won't have no videos I post of them. And it'll be because in the moment I was so caught up, I just didn't pull the camera out. And the memory for me was the moment. Like that's truly me. That's truly me. But I won't hesitate to share things that mean something. Like it's a conversation. I'm not. I'm not hiding that. Who am I hiding that from? Because they know me and they know Danny wasn't out there doing nothing to bring us no bullshit. She ain't that person. She wouldn't do it. And my family, no, I never hurt them. I'd be hurt to prevent any hurt to them. There's no way. They know it. Well, if they don't know nothing now, they know that. Because they know me in good, bad, or indifferent. Hey, Maria says. Oh, you had about that. That's just what Susan just said. I know y'all working. So you'll be in and out. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome. Every time somebody say welcome back, I just think about welcome back Carter. I can't remember one full episode of the show, but I know I love that song. I know I love that song. I know I love that song. And I can remember what the characters look like, but like I don't remember an episode. But I love that song, Welcome Back Carter. Man, we used to have good songs on TV shows. Welcome Back Carter, Fame. Fame, I'm gonna live for you. Oh, classic. Uh, what else? Even the Brady Bunch song. The Brady Bunch song, Growing Pains, their song, um, All in the Family song, the Jeffersons, Amen song, the show Amen, if anybody watched that one. Golden Girls, y'all know one of my favorites. Golden Girls had a good song. I mean, shows had actual good songs. Do they even have a song that come on when shows come on anymore? They just come out. They just like we don't even have our attention span and such microwave attention spans we have. They're like, cut the song, we're gonna lose them. just play a beat, bum bum, bum bum. The show starts. And when it started, it got to start with action because we're going to leave then too. How dare you give us a storyline? How dare you set up the scene? But yeah, we used to have good songs. Oh, I'm trying to think. What other one was a good one? Oh, Wonder Years. Oh. What else? There's so many good songs. I'm trying to think. Wonder Years. I think I named them all. Because Cosby Show never really had a song. Oh, Different World had a song. I used to love that one too. It's a different world. The way you come from. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's about it. But we had good songs. Right. Now you sing it. I'm telling you, we had good songs on TV shows and good soundtracks. Back in the day, a movie, you knew a soundtrack to a movie. You knew the soundtrack to a movie. And if you ever seen the movie and somebody told you, oh, I forgot about that song, made me want to listen to it. We had good soundtracks. Now it's like a soundtrack of a movie be made up of mostly, well, I don't know, because I don't really get into soundtracks anymore. I can't think of the most recent soundtrack. I was like, oh, have you heard the soundtrack to such and such? I can't. I can't tell you. TV shows I have better soundtracks, and TV shows didn't used to have soundtracks. Now every TV show got it's like, well, you got a soundtrack now too. That's what they did when what is the name of that show? The one Jesse Small Empire. Um Empire, when they started having soundtracks, people be like, oh yeah, I've been getting that song from Empire on iTunes and that song from this. And Tyler Perry too, his shows and stuff be having. I'm like, they got soundtrack. What another way to bring in more revenue. Smart. I don't knock the hustle. You're not hurting nobody when you bringing in more for yourself because you producing, you're directing, you know what I mean? You wrote the music. Even if you didn't, you bought it. So now you owned it and can do whatever you wanted with it. That means when it makes money, you're gonna make it. Ain't not that. That's smart. Oh, I loved Wonder Years from the first, but I love Fred Savage. I love the Savages. See, back in the day, also, that was another thing we had. You had a lot of families in entertainment. It wasn't just one of them. You know what I mean? Like even when you think about Darlene from Roseanne, her sister was in was that Little House on the Prairie? The Gilbert. Yeah, but no, I love the Wonder Years. I haven't watched the new Wonder Years. I haven't watched it, and everyone says it's so good, and I really should watch it. I should, because I love the Wonder Years, and the fact that it's actually it's them grown up and stuff might actually be good. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. I just haven't watched. Just like I never watched the Fuller House, and I loved Full House when I was young. I loved Full House. I thought Uncle Jesse was the coolest uncle in the world. Like I loved Full House. Never watched the new one. I loved Roseanne. Never watched the new one. It was so hard how Roseanne ended originally. We lost Dan. When they had the thing with Darlene and her almost losing her firstborn baby when it was born. That whole, just they got real deep. Then it's like, wait, we lost Dan. You know what? Then it was a dream, and it was like, I'm so lost on what's going on. I am so lost here, Roseanne. So I never watched any of the. So the Connors, I haven't watched any of them, not one episode. But I did watch that Sex in the City when it came back. Oh my goodness. I am so ready for the next one. I'm like, oh my goodness. But one of the things I wonder, and I always try to look in the credits to see if I see her. What was old girl's name? Uh, she was on the Real Housewives of New York, and she had married one of the old Nasses. Oh, she married one of the Kennedys. Damn it. He passed. Anyway, she was a writer, and I don't know if you all remember one season. She said they had basically picked up this show idea she had, and it was these women, blah blah blah. And I was thinking when she was talking about it, like it sounded like revamping Sex in the City, because I was a big Sex in the City fan. Watched all the movies, every episode. I was a big Sex in the City fan. Oh my goodness. But when it came back, and I just thought about things that happened on there, like how they had hope. Oh, I don't want to ruin it and say somebody didn't watch it because it was so good. But I really wanted, like, is Carol, what is her name? Carol Roswell? What is her name? I cannot think of her name right now. Oh, yeah, the 80s music. Oh, yes. I go back to the 80s music probably once a week, twice a week, definitely, where I'm just all day 80ing it up. And sometimes I just pick artists, and they happen to come from the 80s, and I'm listening to music and music like them all day. Oh, my mom still watches Little House on the Prairie and Gunsmoke and stuff like it's brand new to Rifleman. I'm like, that's not new. This is not new. What is her name? But anyway, I wonder if she's one of the writers on there or producers. I really do. I really do. And even when she came out with that book, the book is kind of like it's about her life, getting back into dating. Oh, what is her name? And I could just sit here and Google it. It's just like the kids. She married the Kennedys. Okay, a Kennedy. I was like, I know it was one that she married, but okay. Okay, and then he passed away of cancer. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I always wonder was she one of the writers on this new Sex in the City. I really do. Because she's a writer, and I mean, and she's a a good writer. You know what I mean? So I wonder. But yeah. At one point, the in my favorites of the Housewives, it was New York, New Jersey, Atlanta. It was New York, New Jersey, and Miami and Atlanta. Like they were my top. Like I watched all of them, but those were like my favorite. And I liked OC, but me personally, I liked OC more in the beginning. Then a couple of years in, I kind of was like, I'm watching it, but I wasn't as big of a fan of it, just waiting for, because how to be like, oh, when they go off, I know this one about to come on. So sometimes you were waiting for your faves to come. But Jersey, every season, loved, 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 loved. Even when I liked people and didn't like them, loved every season. Jersey, I loved every season. New York, I don't know. It just seemed like everybody had a time when they, to me, made me laugh so much on there. So at first it was Countess that used to have me cracking up. Then it was not Ramona, because then Ramona had her moments where I was like, Ramona's going bad. when she kept telling her husband like her period was late. I'm like, why is she not thinking menopause? Like, why would she even be thinking? All of them though have had a case. What is her name? The one who married uh the Chase guy. Uh, uh the grandson. He was like the grandson. Sonia. Sonia, that was her name, Sonia. Yeah, Atlanta to me is just well, I know it's bigly because Nene's not on it, but sometimes it just seems so scripted. Like it's not even entertaining. It's just it's not. It's not. It's almost like the same old storyline over and over again. It's almost how I'm starting to feel like I love me some Tyler Perry. When I went to his studios before it even opened, just being on the premises is just an example of how great it can become. If you keep following your dreams. So I got bad love for Tyler Perry, but I feel like that storyline be the same in every movie, play, show. You be like, oh no, I'm gonna need a new storyline. Cause the same old thing ain't it yeah, it's going on, but other stuff going on too. It's in some other stuff we could talk about. It's some other stuff we could dwell into. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm thinking today. I was trying to decide. I almost think I'm gonna do a Chipotle bowl today. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I have to run and drop off I was gonna stop and get some cleaning supplies and drop them off at my son's house. And that's when I was running my errand. That's when I was going to the store. And then on my way back, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna grab me a Chipotle bowl for dinner. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But it's hard because I kind of want a Chipotle burrito. I'm tossed between the two. So whichever one when I walk in is calling me the most is the one I think I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. That is what I'm going to do. So, guys, I have enjoyed you. I've enjoyed laughing with you. I have enjoyed talking with you this afternoon. I enjoyed that I got to see you guys and know that you know what? We were counting today. We here. We here. Can't nobody stop it. No matter what they said, we still here. No matter what they trying, we still here. So we won. We winning. We winning. We winning. I salute you all. I enjoyed you all. Thank you, Tina and Emma Lou. Thank you for being here and being all in the chat. Cause I don't see everything because these eyes. So sometimes I miss people, but luckily you all done graded them already before I even seen them. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I don't want no one to come in and feel like, oh, we didn't see, we ignored you. We saw the people we know. Now sometimes people do that. They just only talk to people they know. Well, the way to get to know me is to speak, get to know me. So we definitely greet and speak and heard. We definitely do. But yes, have a good one. I love you all. Thank you for stopping by. To those who didn't come in next time. Come in and say hello. Let us know what kingdom you come from. And I don't mean somebody channel. That mean you. What kingdom you come from. The kingdom Sarah come from is her kingdom. The kingdom Emma come from her kingdom. That's the kingdom I mean. Somebody else be talking to. They be talking about channels you came from. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You might catch me over there. I'll probably be over there too. But yeah, guys, I enjoyed you, and I will get back at you later. Nino says, I don't even want to tell y'all Nino completely because I realized when he laying that way, y'all might think I'm trying to show y'all dirty pictures of him. No, 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 never. All right, guys, later on. See ya. See ya. Okay, Bubs, what we about to do before I go? Oh, I gotta get my clothes.